वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तमाविद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय नित्यवे सर्वविद्या नित्यवे ब्रह्मविद्याचार्याय नचिकेतसे च। ब्रह्मविद्या इज सर्वविद्या, सर्वविद्या प्रतिष्ठान ब्रह्मविद्या। And repeat after me. इन्द्रियेभ्यः पराह्यर्थाः
इन्द्रियेभ्यः पराव्यर्थाः
अर्थेभ्यश्च परं मनः
अर्थेभ्यश्च परं मनः
मनसस्तु परा बुद्धिः
मनसस्तु परा बुद्धिः
बुद्धेरात्मा महान् परः
बुद्धिरात्मा महान् परः।
Next one also we can chant. ततः परमव्यक्तम्
महतः परमव्यक्तम्
अव्यक्तात् पुरुषः परः
अव्यक्तात् पुरुषः
पुरुषान्न परं किञ्चित्
पुरुषान्न परं किञ्चित्
सा काष्ठा सा परागतिः
सा काष्ठा सा परागतिः।
These two mantras are important mantras because they show the oneness, the aikyam of Yashti Jiva with Smishti Ishvara. Though this, we have seen this mantra, but still some people have doubt about this. So let me recap what we saw. See, these two mantras, it's a mantra for analysis, for analysis and understanding. For analysis and understanding and recognizing that Jivatma is not separate from Paramatma. Jivatma is Vyashti. Paramatma is Samashti. As an individual, you may understand Aham Jivatma, Aham Atma. Yes, I am Atma. I am Atma. I am Atma is I am Atma. English, okay. Not some. I am Atma also you can say. I am Atma when you say this is Atma what? I am Atma Brahma you have to say. It's a Mahavakya. I am saying I am is English. I am Atma. Okay. That understanding you get I am Atma by doing the Viveka. By doing the Vichara, the Viveka of Panchakosha or Avastatraya. Different types of analysis. Viveka. Avastatrayam is one prakriya, one method of analyzing and arriving at the Vyashti, the Jiva Swarupa, Atma. Similarly, Panchakosha, arriving at Atma. So now, after having arrived at Atma, then, unless it is connected with Paramatma, Samashti, then the Jivatma will be hanging separately. Aham Atma, Jivatma, fine. I am not only this body mind sense complex. With this body mind sense complex, I am. Without this body sense mind complex also, I continue to be. So I continue to be. So what? I continue to be. I continue. Similarly, you also continue. Similarly, other persons also continue. So many individuals, many persons, every jiva continues. So as many jivas, so many jivatmas will continue to be, with the understanding that they don't have anta. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dagati pavakaha, achainam kledagantyapah, nashoshayati marutaha. Atma cannot be cut, Atma cannot be wet, Atma cannot be dried up. We have seen. So I continue to exist. Natvevagam jatanasam nattam vege janadipaha. Ativana bhavishyamaha sarve vayam atah param. One said in the Gita. So you will be there, I will be there. Continue to exist. As what? I am a Jivatma, I am Atma, you are also Atma, everybody is an Atma. Continue to be. So how many Atmas are possible now? So many Atmas are possible. Nana Vida, Nana Jivatma, not one, many. So many Jivatmas, Atmas, I am an individual, the consciousness. I am consciousness, you are consciousness. So many consciousness, plural we have to use, continue to be. So what? So many are there. I am there, you are there. I am going to limit you, you are going to limit me. That is not Purnatvam. That is not freedom. The freedom is that which is anything you can call. You can call it a freedom when it is not controlled, when it is not restricted, when it is not limited by any other thing. Then only it is a freedom. Then only it is a moksha. Now, here, I am consciousness, you are conscious, everybody is a consciousness, individual consciousness. Jivatmas continue to be. Yes, we continue to be. So what? That understanding gives me the complete knowledge, that Purnatvam, the completeness. Everything, many are there, then that many will limit me. Many will limit me, that many will not make me free. I will limit you and you will limit me. And there are so many things, objects, things in the world which are going to limit me. Then limitation is there, then this knowledge cannot be the cause for freedom. Unless you connect the Vyashti to Samashti, unless you gain the knowledge, this Vyashti Jiva is not separate from the Samashti, Ishvara, Jagat Karanam, Brahma, then it is not complete. Otherwise, it will result in the consciousness. Swamiji says it will result in consciousness problem. I'm consciousness. I'm consciousness, so fine. So what? This consciousness has to be connected, has to be understood, not different from that which is the cause of this entire universe, Prapancha. Jagat Karanam Brahma Asti. In the beginning, we say Jagat Karanam Brahma, Bhagavan is. Bhagavan, the creator, who is the cause of this universe, exists. I, the Jivatma, exist. Unless these two are connected, then Bhagavan will be there, Jiva will be there, two things will be there. And I'm also consciousness, and Bhagavan also is total consciousness, individual consciousness and total consciousness. So I also will limit Bhagavan, Bhagavan also will limit me. But in Dvaitam, there is a limitation. Whether it is Jiva or Jivatma or Paramatma, limitation will be there. So therefore, Jivatma has to be recognized as non-separate from Paramatma. That is why in this mantra, after it, in the 10th mantra itself, Samashti is connected. From Vyashti to Samashti, there is a shift happening. The Vyashti Jiva is not separate from Samashti, Ishvara. From Vyashti to Samashti, there is a jump. Vyashti Buddhi is, compared to Vyashti Buddhi, Samashti, Sukshma Buddhi, that is Hiranyagarbha, is superior iti. So you can see the shift happening. So this mantra itself is a Bhavatya. So therefore, what is presented in this two mantra is analysis, it's a viveka, to understand and recognize that Jiva aham Jivatma, Jivatma aham Paramatmanaha na bhinnaha iti. That is a tatparyam. And that is what said in the previous mantra also. The previous mantra indicated what is going to be taught. You can see in the previous mantra, Saha Sakataha, that Vijnana Saratihi Param Apnoti, and that Param is Vishnoha Padamiti. Vishnoha Padam, the ultimate destination. What is that ultimate destination? Is it a thing to be physically reached? No. It has to be cognitively understood. That is what this mantra does. And this mantra at the end it says, Sakashta Saparagatihi. Saha Vishnoha Padam. Yat Vishnoha Padam. Sa Paragatihi iti. That Vishnu Padam is the Paragati, ultimate destination. How do you derive the Vishnu Padam Paragatihi? By this Viveka. By this Viveka. So here in these two mantras, certain words are used that we need to understand. Para is word is used. Para or param. Para means one is better than the other. Para, superior. When can you call something as superior? In this context, it can be called superior if it is the cause. It is called superior. If a thing is called superior if it is a cause of something, because the cause is subtle, sukshma. The cause is sarvagata. It is all pervasive, pervading the karyam. A cause pervades the karyam, like the clay pervades the pot. Clay is the karanam. Clay pervades the pot. So pot is the karya, and that karya is pervaded by the karana, clay. Therefore, karana clay is param. And it is sukshma, it is sarvagata, sukshma and sarvagata, and also pratyak. Pratyak, the word you see that pratyakatma. Pratyak is interior, meaning is interior. Interior is because since you are analyzing, therefore you arrive at something some conclusion. You are doing analysis at different levels and arrive at certain conclusion. That what you arrive at, that is interior, that is inner. Otherwise, the karanam is called pratyak. Pratyak is that which is the karanam. Parak is outer, from outer to inner. You arrive cognitively by doing the vichara, the viveka. So that is called pratyak. So karya karana is that. So karya apekshaya karanasya paratvam asti. That is called para. कार्यस्य अपेक्षया कारणस्य परत्वम् अस्ति. Karana is greater with regard to the karya. Therefore, para, the word para is used. And in this mantra, indriyebhyaha, it is the indriyebhyaha artaha paraha. Indriyebhyaha artaha paraha. Every word has to be interpreted properly. That's what Vashyakara did. Artha means sense objects. Artha means sense objects. But here we take the meaning, it has the tanmatras, that is, that which is the cause of the sense objects. Sense objects are available for sense perceptions, and for sense object, what is the cause is the tanmatra, that sense panchabhuta, the 5 elements. That which is the cause for the sense objects, which the sense organs can perceive. Therefore, those elements, the Panchamahabhuta, which are the karanam for the sense objects as well as the indriyas. Therefore, compared to indriyas, those Panchamahabhuta are paraha iti. It is paraha, it is pratyak, it is sukshma. Iti comparison is made at every stage. And we have seen, we have studied about this Panchamahabhuta, Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Prithvi, Apa iti. We have seen the 5 elements. Akashat Vayu, Vayor Agnihi, Agnehe Apaha, Apa Prithvi iti we have seen. The last class I told Apaha is Pratipadikam. By mistake, I told Apaha. Apaha, you know very well, it's not Pratipadikam. Up is a Pratipadikam. Okay, up is a Pratipadikam. Apaha means water. It is Nitya Bahuvachan. Small correction. Okay. So, Akasha, Vayu, these are the Pancha Maha Bhutas. So, these are the Paraha compared to the Indriyas relative to the 5 subtle sense organs of perception. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, these are the sense organs. Compared to this, what are the Paraha? The Pancha Mahabhutas, they are Paraha. They are Paraha Sukshmaha iti. So 5 sense organs which have this 5, for which the elements, the Pancha Mahabhuta are the Karanam. Therefore, they are Paraha iti. And also this the Karanam always will be subtle. The Karanam also always will be is subtle. And it is interior. It is interior, it is pratyak. And it is more pervasive than the karya. Therefore, it is called paraha iti. So, indriyebhyaha paraha artaha. Artaha means tanmatraha. So, all the 5 elements in their subtle sukshma avastha, sukshma bhutas, they are paraha iti. Okay, and we know this this sattva, raja, tamas, this maya, which is made of this sattva, rajas, tamas aspect of these 5 elements. They are the cause for everything. And this from sattva guna of each element, the respective sense organs are born, and collectively the sattvika aspect of all the elements, from that manas is born. The sense organs are the product of the sattva aspect of the individual sukshma bhutas. Individual sukshma bhuta. Sukshma bhuta akashat. Sukshma bhuta akashat shrotrendriya. That is shabda gunaka. That's sukshma akasha. From that, sukshma indriya, that is shrotrendriya, is born. So, and Shotra for Shabda stands for Shabda because Sukshma Akasha has this guna Shabda. Similarly, at different levels, when further elements are added, accordingly the further gunas are added. Akasha is Shabda, Vayu is Sparsha. So one guna will add, and Prithvi, when it comes to Prithvi, that is the last element in this Panchamahabhuta, has got all the 5 gunas. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Because it is all born from the previous elements. Akashat Vayuhu, Vayoho Agnihi, Agnihi Apaha, Apaha Prithvi. So Akasha has got this Shabda Guna, Vayu has got Sparsha, Agni has got Rupa, Apa has got taste, and Prithvi smell. Prithvi, therefore, it will have all the 5 gunas. So, therefore, this is how the elements are born, and this Sukshma Bhuta Akasha, from Sukshma Bhuta Akasha, Sukshma Indriya, Shotrendriya is born. Similarly, Sukshma Bhuta Vayu, from Sukshma Vayu, this Sukshma Tvak. Similarly, from Sukshma Agni, Ice, Iti, not the Golaka, Sukshma Indriya, Chakshuhu is born. So, like that, 5 sense organs are born. Now, which is the cause? These 5 Sukshma Bhuta, Panchamaha Sukshma Bhutas are the cause. So, therefore, they are Paraha. They are Paraha. It will be clear now. So, they are Paraha because they are the cause. Now, Artebhyascha Param Manaha is there. Mana, which is which is formed of the Sattvika aspect of all the 5 elements. These Indriyas are formed of this Sattvika aspect of each element, whereas Manas is born of the Sattvika aspect of all the 5 elements. Therefore, compared to the Artha stands for the Sattvika aspect of the individual element. Manas, which is the sum total of the Sattvika aspect of all the elements, it is greater. Manaha paramiti uchyate. Right? Then Manasaha Buddhihi para. Why it is para? Because Buddhi has this faculty. Nischayatmika Buddhihi. Nischayatmika Buddhihi. What about Manaha? Manaha is Chanchalatmaka Manaha. Chanchalatmaka Manaha Artebhyaha Sukshmam Param. Kintu compared to Buddhi, Manasaha tu Buddhihi, Nischayatmika Buddhihi Para Sreshta iti. Up to this Vyashti. Now you can see the jump. Buddhehe Mahanatma Paraha iti. Compared to Buddhi, this Mahan Atma. What is Mahanatma? Buddhi is Vyashti. Mahanatma is Hiranyagarbha. That is Sukshma. That is Samashti Sukshma Buddhi. Samashti Sukshma Buddhi. From individual Buddhi, now we shift to Samashti. This is the shift happens. So connecting the individual to the total. Then only Mahavakyam. Then only the Tatparya can be arrived. If individual is not connected to the total, then individual and total Dvaitam will be there. Advaitam will come. So therefore it's a problem. So therefore, compared to Buddhi, Samashti Sukshma Buddhi, which is called Hiranyagarbha technically. As in the at the Veshti level, we have Karana Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Sthula Shariram. Similarly, at the Samashti level also, we have Karana Prapancha, Sukshma Prapancha, and Sthula Prapancha. Sthula Prapancha is what we see, that as a cause, that is Sukshma Prapancha, and that Sukshma Prapancha is called Hiranyagarbha technically. So, Mahan Atma, when we say Hiranyagarbha, that is Hiranyam Garbham Garbhe Yasya Saha. Hiranyam is knowledge. Hiranyam means, Hiranya is gold, literally speaking, but Hiranyam means Jnanam. Jnanam Garbhe, Hiranyam Garbhe Yasya Saha Hiranyagarbha. So, that's Samashti Sukshma Sharira of Bhagavan, which is all knowledge, which is the cause for the entire creation. Therefore, therefore, Hiranyagarbha must be all knowledge. That is what is represented in symbolically in Purana as Brahmaji. Brahmadevanam Pratamasambhabhuvaha. Vishwasya Karta Bhuvanasya Gopta. Therefore, he must be all knowledge. All knowledges are there in Brahmaji, endowed with all the knowledges. Therefore, Vyashti Buddhi, Samashti Buddhi. Compared to Vyashti, Samashti will be superior. Vyashti will have ignorance. Samashti cannot have ignorance. It is sum total of all the Vyashti. Therefore, it is intelligent. Intelligence principle. That is by Hiranyam, Jnanam, Iti. And also we know, I gave this example, we may have individually Ajnanam, but collectively our Jnanam is superior, greater. Individually we may have areas of ignorance, but collectively my area of ignorance will be nullified by your area of knowledge. So collectively it will be all knowledge. The candle example is the best example. A candle, an individual candle will have shade at the bottom. But if you place another candle near to it, that shade, the darkness is nullified. Each candle will enlighten each other. So it is superior. Samashti. Yashti and Samashti. Samashti always will be superior. If you take a single stick, you can break it. This is a story we have read in the schools. A single stick can be broken, but a Samashti cannot be, a collection of sticks cannot be broken. Single stick, all Samashti sticks, they are nothing but the individual sticks only, sum total of the individual sticks. But individual sticks alone is breakable. You can break it. But collectively, it gains the strength of unbreakable. Samashti is superior. That is what is indicated by here. The Mahan Paraha iti. Hiranyagarbha, that is Brahmaji. Otherwise, this Hiranyagarbha, Samashti Sukshma Sharira Atma Paraha iti. Then, Bhashyam, we have read. Now we can quote the next mantra. Now from Samashti, we have to further travel. Therefore, the next mantra starts. Navataha Param Avyaktam iti. Each word again here to be understood properly. Avyaktam. So, Navataha Param Avyaktam. Avyaktam is greater than Bhagat. Avyaktam is greater. What is Avyaktam? We will see. Bhagata, we know. Bhagata is Samashti Sukshma Sharira. Compared to Samashti Sukshma Sharira, Sukshma Prapancha, Atma, which is Hiranyagarbha. Compared to that, Avyaktam is Param. What is Avyaktam? We will see. And the next, Avyaktat Purushaha Paraha. From that Avyaktam, Purushaha is Paraha is greater, superior. We have arrived at that Purushaha now. Starting from Indriyani up to Purusha, we have arrived. And what is greater than Purusha? Purusha also, you will see what it is. What is greater than Purusha now? Purushat na param kinchit asti. There is nothing greater than that Purusha. So that is the culmination. Therefore, Kashta. Sa Kashta, Sa Paragatihi. That is the ultimate. That is the goal. That is the goal we have arrived at. Starting from Indriya up to Purushaha, we have arrived through analysis, through Viveka. So, mantra is to make the Mahavakya, is to make a Mahavakya. First started with Indriyas, etc. That is Tvam Pada Vichara. Up to Yashti Buddhi, it is Tvam Pada Vichara. The Mahavakya Tat Tvam Asi, the Tvam Pada Vichara is done up to Yashti Buddhi. Starting from Samashti Buddhi is Tat Pada Vichara. So Tvam Pada Vichara is done, Tat Pada Vichara is done. If these two are not connected, then the Mahavakya is not complete. Tvam is there, Tat is there. But what is the Mahavakya? Tat Tvam Asi. You are that. Yashti is not separate from Samashti. Tat Tvam Asi. That is the Mahavakya. So the connection to be made, a jump you can see from Yashti Buddhi to Samashti Buddhi, Magat Iti. And compared to Purusha, there is nothing greater. It is the end, it is the goal, it is the Kashta, it is the Gatihi, the mantra says. Now, what is Avyaktam? You will see what is Avyaktam. Magataha Avyaktam Param. If Magat is Hiranyagarbha, that is Samashti, Sukshma, Prapancha, Atma, then Avyaktam must be Karanam. That is Maya. Samashti, Karana, Prapancha, Atma. That is Maya. So Avyaktam is Maya. Maya is called Avyaktam here. So Sukshma is Hiranyagarbha and the Karanam of Hiranyagarbha is Avyakta Maya. Avyakta Maya. And this Maya, further the Upanishad doesn't say. Avyaktat Purushaha Paraha. Avyakta is Maya. Maya, compared to Maya, what is Para? Purushaha. Can we say here? Now here we have to note a point. From the beginning, we have been saying one is the Karanam, other is the Karya. Karya Karana, iti. So Magataha Param Avyaktam, when we say, for Magat, that is Hiranyagarbha, compared to Hiranyagarbha, Avyakta is Param, that is Maya is Param. Samashti, Sukshma, Sharira, Atma, Param, iti we say. Samashti Karana Sharira, sorry, not Sukshma, Karana Sharira, Atma, iti we say Avyaktam, that is Maya is Param, compared to Hiranyagarbha. That is Maya is the Karanam for the Hiranyagarbha, Bhagat. Now, what is the Karanam of Maya? What is the Karanam of Maya? Avyaktat Purushaha Paraha, the statement is there. Compared to Avyakta Maya, Purusha, that is Atma, Purusha means Atma. Purusha is Paraha, greater. When we say, then we understand the Karanam is Purusha, Karya is Maya. That is how we understand, because that is how we have understood all these previous Vakyas. So that is the understanding we have. Vyaktat Purushaha Paraha, when we say, compared to Avyakta, Purusha is greater. Therefore, Avyakta is the Karya and Purusha is the Karana. Purusha is Atma. If Atma is the Karanam, then Atma must have a Karanam. You cannot keep on going that this Karya Karana iti. So, Avyaktat Purusha Paraha, when we say, compared to Avyakta Maya, Purusha is Para, and that Maya is not separate from Purusha. That is how we have to understand the particular sentence. Compared to Maya, Purusha is Paraha, that Avyakta Maya is not the Karya of Purusha. If it is the Karya of Purusha, then Purusha gets the status of Karanatvam. If Purusha has Karanam, then that Purusha must have a Karanam. Karanatapi Karanam. And also, Maya is not a Karya. It's not a part of Purusha, it's not a Karya of Purusha. Because Maya is Anadi. Maya is Anadi and it is not separate from Brahma. Maya is not separate from Purusha, Brahma. Maya is because of Purusha. Purusha, because of Purusha, Maya is. It is Purusha, it is the Brahma which gives the existence to Maya. Purusha is the adhishtanam of Maya. Like clay is the adhishtanam for pot. Clay is the adhishtanam of pot. Pot is there. Pot is there. Pot is nothing but a nama rupa given to clay. So clay is the cause for the pot, and the pot is like the pot is nothing but the clay with the nama rupa. That is Maya. That is Maya. Maya is nothing but the nama rupa, which derives existence from the Purusha. Maya is dependent on Purusha, Brahma, for its existence. So we cannot say it is the karya of Purusha. If we say karya, then Purusha becomes karanam, and Purusha is subject to change. It becomes mutable. If it is mutable, then it cannot be the ultimate. So therefore, there we have to stop. Avyaktat Purushaha Paraha, when we say that Avyakta Maya cannot exist apart from Purusha. Therefore, Purusha is Paraha iti. And arrived at Purusha, that is Brahma, and Purushat na kinchit param asti. That is because it is the sarvasya karanam, and that itself doesn't have any karanam. Therefore, Purusha Purushaha. It is the Purusha Purushaha. This is the new Mahavakyam which Swamiji says. Purusha Purushaha. It's a Mahavakyam. It is a Purusha of Purusha. So nothing greater than this. Purusha Purushaha we cannot say. Purusha Purushaha Purusha Purushaha. It is a Mahavakyam. So Purushaha Purushat na kinchit param asti. Therefore, that is the kashta. That is the kashta. That is the culmination, and that is the ultimate destination. Sa para gatihi iti. So sa para gatihi. That is the ultimate destination. That is the goal. That is the purushartha. That is moksha. So there is an aikyam between Jivatma and Paramatma. So Jivatma Paramatmanaha na binnaha iti Upanishad says. So with this, we will stop today's class. We will read the Bhashyam. We will read the Bhashyam of this mantra in the next class. I hope this mantra will be clear now. Both the mantra. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. So we will stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sharanji. धन्यवाद.